Welcome back, everybody. It's George's Mitch Cars, and well, I usually like to go out Saturday morning and search for new stuff. And well, not every Saturday you're going to find new stuff, but on my way home, I thought, okay, well, I saw this garage sale advertised, and okay, so I stopped, turned around, and went back. Now, I don't usually carry cash on me, but lately I've been using cash and getting change back. So in my well, console, there's a little coin slot, and in the dashboard there's another coin slot. So I've been actually putting coins in them, and I had about 8-9 bucks. So I thought, well, let's go check out this garage sale. And well, as you can see, it says Hot Wheels track, $3. And I thought, okay, well, let's have a look inside. Well, I started looking through the box, and okay, well, here we have a Shell station without the station, I guess. And it's got this sign. I thought, okay, Shell. I use Shell gas in my car. And okay, then in the bottom, okay, I look in the box, and okay, there's another one. So I can put that in there. So, okay, I thought that's cool, but this doesn't look like any Hot Wheels track I've ever seen. And I thought, okay, well, let's look a little further. And then there's a couple pads here. You know, you slip the tracks on there, and I thought, okay, well, that's interesting. And then another one, and oh, wait a minute, if you can see that, it says, okay, it was parking slot 1, 2, 3. And I thought, okay, there's the manhole uh, drains that you see in a parking lot. And like I said, I thought, well, wait a minute, this doesn't look like any Hot Wheels track I've seen. And then, of course, you got other pieces here. And what? Hot Wheels never made tracks that had this color, did they? And so I kept looking inside. Oh, we'll pan down here, go up closer. And, well, there was actually a couple vehicles in there. And I thought, okay, well, this one's in rough shape. It's got plastic chassis, and, you know, and you look on the bottom. Oh, made in Hong Kong, so this is an old casting. And I believe this is probably a Yatming. And, well, it's seen better days. And then there's another casting. I saw this casting, and right away I knew, oh, Tonka. And it looks like a Maisto. And it actually is, because Maisto got the Tonka copyright, or bought Tonka. Well, Tonka, or they collaborated. Anyways, there's Maisto there. Daimler Chrysler 2000. So that was a collaboration between the two companies. And okay, so that's pretty cool. But I thought, well, these don't belong in the box because they're not Hot Wheels. You know, like it says, Hot Wheels track. But I thought, wait a minute, this is not Hot Wheels track. What's going on? And then the old guy, well, it was an old couple in this real nice little house, manicured lawns and everything. And they had their table spread across the front yard and then down the side of the house. And I thought, okay, well, that's pretty interesting, but this doesn't look like Hot Wheels to me. So I went down the side of the house, and I found a little box that had some older Matchbox castings. I thought, okay, cool. All right, looking through the box, my eye first went to this one, and it's a very cool Matchbox casting. Copyright 2007. And I love this Porsche 911 GT3 2007 from Matchbox. And you can see the outer rim is actually kind of worn off a bit, so I guess it must have been played on that track. But overall, the paint is in beautiful shape, and I've never seen this dark gray color. And this is a great casting because they have the Porsche badge and the headlights templed in, and the rear tail lights and a license plate. That's pretty cool. GT3 on the back there. So that was definitely one I want to get. And now this box, it said $1 each. I thought, okay, well, older die cast, yeah, sure, I'll pay $1 each. You know, you go into a thrift store and they want $1 each, so yeah, thrift store is for a good cause. Usually these, well, they're not Salvation Army, they're not Goodwill, but they're thrift stores that, you know, kind of give back to the community. So I'll happily pay $1 for a used die cast. And this one I definitely love. Well, I started looking at some other ones, and they had some Jeep castings by Matchbox, some older ones from the late 70s, and they were just beat up and play worn, play abused. But I passed on those, and then I saw another one that I recognized from, well, being old, and I have a rough version of this one. This one is really cool. Now, this particular casting, the sides are smooth, but I believe this is known as the bump side Ford pickup. And the graphics are really cool. Now, the used one I have, and I was going to dig it out and try and show it to you, but I can't find it. It's buried. But it has none of the graphics on it. You can see the mud splattered on it, 4x4, CB, lights, Mountain Man. And I thought, how cool is that? Now, it's got the roll cage or roll bar on the back, but this casting has been used for other issues. You see the slot in the rear window, and this one on the back, which looks like a grab handle. Okay, it had canopies and different things on it, but this particular issue just had the roll cage and the big off-road tires. And if you look at the bottom, okay, this is made in Macau, but the copyright, if you can see it on the bottom, it's 1981, and it's got a metal chassis. And so this was well, after Matchbox was sold in 83, and well, they continue on making them. Universal Toys, I believe, was the company. And I thought, how cool is that? That is probably the best complete example of this one I've ever seen, and I love it. So for $1, I'll take that all day long. So anyways, let's look at the next one. Now, I already have one of these in really nice shape. It's almost mint. You know, it's got slight chips on it. This one has more chips, as you can see. But look at that. It's made in England, 1978. Datsun 260 Z 2+2. That was when they extended the roof and gave you 2 back seats, which if you're a little child, they're fine, but for an adult, you can't fit in the back very comfortably. Anyways, and so this one has opening doors, and of course it's right-hand drive, and there you go there. Now, like I said, I already have one of these in really nice shape, and this one, look, it still has the trailer hitch. Usually when you find these used, those are broken off, chewed off, or worn off. And so that would be a very nice one to customize or restore. And as you can see, you see the mold lines there. So if you're going to customize or restore this one, I would say file off those mold lines, and you see it on that side. And then you can make a beautiful example of this great little casting. So that's that one. And then I got, what, 2 more to show you. Hang on. All right, I love these old Ford pickup truck castings from, well, 70s, 80s. And this is copyright 82, so this would be one of the last castings that Matchbox made, but this is Matchbox Toys Limited. So this is a mid-80s edition. And well, this is really nice. Now, okay, the roll bar is broken there. But again, I've never seen one of these with basically everything complete. All the tampo's still good. Baja bouncer. Now, one little problem is, okay, the end of the exhaust on the passenger side is broken off. But otherwise, this is another one made in Macau. And it's got suspension, so that's really neat. And of course, well, back then in the 80s, you know, okay, they started making the nail head style steering wheel. I think this one has, oh, this one actually doesn't have an interior. And so anyways, I thought for $1, this is really neat. I love it. So that's really cool. Now, the last one I want to show you that I found, I think it's really neat. All right, this is the Rover 3500, Leslie, England. Very cool. And it's copyrighted in 1980, 1/64 scale. So really cool, number 8 Matchbox. And this is an original made in England casting. Now, it's probably not the best example of the Rover 3500, but it's got spring suspension. Still has a trailer hitch on the back. Now, it's definitely play worn. And it's got a sliding sunroof, moonroof. Oh, here we go. So, holy cow, that is really cool. That is a very cool find. I just absolutely love it. And well, let's see, like the steering wheel there. Okay, it has a good steering wheel. You can see it through there, but anyways, how awesome is that? 1980 copyright, so very cool. Number 8. That is really neat. And so, you know, you might think, oh, restore that one, but no. Look at that, you got 2 rivets on the back and 1 on the front. That is a cool find. I love that. So let's get back to the track, the supposedly Hot Wheels track. Once I got home, then I started looking at it closer and realized, holy cow, is this ever cool. All right, let's get back to the Shell station, although, where's the station? Anyways, and it's got very simple pumps on it. Actually, no detail whatsoever other than the decals. And the decals don't even show much. Can I get in a little closer? Anyways, I thought, well, that's pretty cool. And then you got the other pieces to go with it. And you can see, well, there's the parking 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's hard to see. And well, there's other pieces in the box. A piece like this, it says station. So that looks like a railway station. But I thought, wait a minute, how does that fit anywhere? And here's the back here. And there's information up top, but I thought I saw that, and then I saw this. And that's the back of that piece, and here's the front police, so that's pretty cool. I thought, wait a minute, this doesn't look like any Hot Wheels I've ever seen. And guess what? I turned over the other piece. Well, it's this piece. I turned it over, and there's a copyright on the back. And wow, let's zoom in, see if I can get it better. Oh, zoom out. That says Matchbox, made in England, Leslie Products, copyright 1978. What? This is Matchbox. Oh, how cool is that? It's actual Matchbox play set track. And then, well, here you got more information there. Hope you can make that out. And then, of course, the other piece, let's see, where is it? This piece on the back. Matchbox, made in England. 1978, so how cool is that? I love this. I never expected to find a Matchbox track set, but here we go. Now, the elderly gentleman said it was complete, but I've never seen this before, so I can't dispute whether it's complete or not. And, well, there was actually a baggie that had some other road signs in it. So that's pretty cool. And, okay, I don't know how to connect this because there's no actual instructions and there's a lot of pieces here. But I thought that's really cool. And then I thought, okay, is this just a random box that he put this in? And lo and behold, well, I looked at the outside of the box and what? It says Matchbox. And it's in this this tape, this paper tape. I thought, what? Then I looked at the bottom and okay, well, it says Matchbox, Licensing Products of Canada, Limited, 60 Baywood Road, Rexdale, Ontario. Wow, how cool is that? I don't know how old this box is, but this is probably an original box. And there's was a paper decal on there. And well, it just came off when I was handling the box. And so I'll give you a look at that. Here's the paper decal. Matchbox Play 70. How cool is that? Man, this is one of the coolest vintage Matchbox playsets. Matchbox, anything that I've found so far, I love it. That is so cool to see. An old box like this. Licensing Products of Canada. And of course somebody's drawn on it, and maybe it was used at one time to sell some CDs, I don't know, whatever, but here are the pieces for the track. And well, there's a lot of different pieces, a lot of corners and whatnot, so I'll have to set it up at some point and just see how much track we have here. So if you love this, please give me a like, leave a comment if you know anything more about these early English, well, early Lesney products, play sets, and well, please subscribe. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. That is a milestone I've been waiting to get to, but anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.